Yeah, I'm just trying to get this set up right. If I can, I want to do a full moon reading for tomorrow. Yep, here on the Leo Virgo cusp. So I guess you could say a daily reading, a weekend reading, a release reading, if we must. Oh yeah, chicken rock. Mama's Montana rock. Alright. So let's be mindful of all those who are going through it right now. Thank you for those who have booked a personal reading with me and have paid. I appreciate that. I will continue tonight with the Saturday live reading. Black Heart Tarot CP Montana promo. And you can always like me on Montana Notes. Okay, so the first card we have is the full sensory awareness exercise. So paying attention to everything that's going on around you. You don't necessarily have to say, oh, I recognize this is going on, this is going on, this is going on, this is going on. There has to be some type of balance. Remember, like with peace, you want harmony as well too. There's a time for everything. But full sensory, this could be someone who's HSP, a highly sensitive person, who could pick up on sounds, sight, energy, changing atmosphere. And right now we're having a beautiful energy shift as the thunderstorms coming in. And it's been pretty hot lately. Again, sending out prayers to those who are victim to this heat and the fires and the violence and everything else that's in the world that likes to try to beat us up. But yeah, walking in truth and light, it says, how do you feel? So just being real. Do you feel happy? Are you focused on those things that you love? Do you feel excited? Again, I hope all is well. Another question it has here, do you feel overstimulated? Okay, so do you feel anxious? Okay, so take a moment and appreciate where you are and what is happening, along with how you are actually feeling in this very moment. Okay. If we can't control anything, one thing we could try to control is our emotions. Allowing ourselves to be light. Remember, there is a cause and effect for everything. We are humans. We will always make mistakes. But I think we're getting better. Just sometimes we get mixed up with our decisions. And that's what the cards are for. It kind of helps you to focus, kind of get clarity on your situation. Remember, the cards do speak in past, present, and future. So you have the tree. And then you have also, this is considered the Seven of Hearts and cartomancy. So bringing in those things that I want to say that start with the letter L. Again, your name could start with an L. You could be dealing with a person whose name starts with an L or has an L in it. Because I do see love in this situation. I do see someone who is like your place of peace, or maybe there's a tree that you visit that you like to go, maybe give it a hug, kind of make you feel like an escape from the reality of this world, as a place where you can be imaginative and just enjoy the scenery and the sight. But bringing growth into this situation, I do see 5. So again, adapting to the changes that are around you. I do see like a lot of construction going on, like construction, building yourself up, not getting caught up with the heat of the moment. Now that I think about it, we could be dealing with a fire element. And when you think about fire, you have Leo, which starts with L. So this could be a Leo. This is what I'm getting. But I do see lots of earth energy. Remember that we are on the cusp with Virgo and Leo. So you're going to see a lot of earth energy. We're going to be in the element growth, getting centered. In the overall energy house, finding yourself in moments of solitude. We're getting pretty close to the time of harvest. So yeah, there's changes in the season as well too. Staying on the right path. I do see that you're on your right spiritual path. The universe is always constantly giving you messages. Notice this too, like when you're missing somebody or you're thinking of somebody, and you're like in their area, their vicinity, and you pick up on like things from nature, like say a dragonfly. A lot of times people use that as their spirit animal. You do have the fox, the red fox. Think about the times that you can catch the red fox. Not necessarily will you be able to catch the fox. So that happens a lot of times. So we have to set up traps so that the fox doesn't get in and ruin your hen house. Or we do have house here, someone who's like in a high authority, taking charge of their life, but not necessarily wanting to get caught up in the scene of everything. Maybe some signs of independence here as well too. I see like a backpack. Maybe this person has like some secret treasures and things like that. Like those type of secrets are a little bit different when you kind of think about the fox sometimes, because you want to take the devil and you want to lock him up in a box and throw the key away. And then when they ask what key, and you're like kind of like, what key? I do see some fours here. So again, remembering to take moments to balance everything out in life. I know choices are thrown at us all the time. One way you might think one way, and then the next day you think totally different. So again, like adapting to those changes as well too. When I see the fox, it kind of reminds me of the coyote, and how the coyote is, a survivor. So you could be finding yourself whipping up into shape, as far as like mentally, body, physically, spiritually. When I think of whip, I kind of think about, somebody that works hard in the kitchen, afraid to fail as well too. 11 is also a ascended master's number. So calling on your spiritual teachers. It's also a soul path, a life path number as well too. I kind of got distracted there too, but you were probably dealing with lots of downloads of frequencies of information right now. I know a lot of you guys were truth manifestation, or truth manifesting, I should say. It's weird sometimes. But not that it's weird, but it's just funny how the truth does always come out. Not in a funny in a sense where someone's laughing, but in an ironic type of way, if you want to speak like that. Because not everything is ironic. I don't think everything happens with a coincidence, but I do see some changes in here. You could be, I feel like somebody is like choosing a different soul path. It could be with career or religious. Maybe more interested in going into esoteric, aesthetic types of work, in nature, again, self-discipline. All right. All right. So, but lots of love in this situation. Again, we're ending here with the cross. Again, like as your perception, this is in reverse. So again, we were just talking about those things, locking the devil up, putting it in his box, getting rid of the dead fishes, things like that. Again, this cross has 4 points. I do see a lot of 4s in your chart. Again, a reminder, to find a balance in situation. I know we talk about it a lot, but it's weighing the things on that scale. What's more important, okay, and what's, too heavy of a burden. You kind of want things to be like equal, like give and take, in a way like that. Again, cause and effect. Paying attention to those changes, not really allowing it to change you. But again, finding acceptance in this situation as well too. I see like, okay, so the devil's out, so this must be some person who has lived. Like they have lived, they've had to maybe disguise themselves a whole bunch of different ways just to go into survival mode. I know sometimes it does seem like we have to put that mask on, when we go to work, because we don't want to bring those personal problems into a place that could be a place of promotion and success. And not saying we can't have those type of things at home. But again, those are the type of things that we are looking at. Again, it does seem like you're on the right path. Again, with the 6 and the 9, like always watch out for those 9s. You could be dealing with Cancer energy. The number is 36 on this card, so that ends with 9 as well too. But when I look at the 6 of clubs, I do see something coming to an end. Somebody that's picking up the pieces right now. Again, there's like some autumn here, some fall energy. Again, the changes of seasons. I'm coming in. It's raining, you guys. Raining in places where we don't need the rain. And then again, like, we're not saying that there's anything natural about disasters, but it's just, I guess, climate. Because then you think about it, like, it's hot, right? So it kind of gets you irritable, especially if you haven't ate yet. The AC's probably been up, the electric bill's probably been really high, or it might have broke, you're having problems. I knew this was going to happen. I had a feeling earlier, and I should have just been, like, rebuking, but I felt like I was rebuking the whole time. Like, I guess you know how, like, you have to think before you speak. But I pulled out this card, and it doesn't look too good because, again, there's some type of heartbreak here. There's some type of loss. You could be dealing with, someone who had the right intentions for you, but the situation wasn't healthy, and you're looking for a healthy relationship, okay? This person has some kind of insecurity, some type of, needing, some clarity on the situation, so they might have found themselves, taking those leaps of faith, okay? Love does seem like, it's the spotlight here. It is like all about the love, but it does seem like this person could have many loves. And that's, humans are capable of that. This could be some arguments too as well too. This also, instead of looking at this as a bad omen because it's in the spades, you could think about this as Aquarius energy, because this would be your swords and the regular tarot reading, and that's coming with reason and intellect. Again, that's the element of air, and when you think about air, you think about spring. So that's Libra, Aquarius, Gemini. The full moon is coming in to Aquarius. So again, remembering those career paths, There could be some changes. You finding a new love. Okay, what do you love? Who do you love? Paying attention to that. Again, you guys, some type of something coming to an end, so something new can begin. You can call on your angels, but you guys remember, angels have a tough job too as well too, because they're not going to interfere with your free will. But at times when you call on your angels, they will come with war, and they will come with that sword, and you have to remember to use your words. Okay. Again, communication is probably key. I didn't want to talk about that key again, but it seems like we're bringing it up. Again, being careful to remember the first card that we had, that sensory things that draw this type of energy out of you. Being protective of your energy. Be repetitive in the things that you say, but mean the things that you say. Okay. Maybe J for judgment, some type of judgment here. Definitely like double thinking, not double thinking, but thinking twice, thinking once for yourself and the next person, or for the two sides of a person, because we all have evil and we all have good. Again, okay, so the lights are going out here. Again, those frequencies, paying attention to the things that's going on around you. Most definitely. You don't never know when the angels are going to come in. So, like, where did you get this information from? Like, if nobody gave you this information, then where do you get this information? Where do you get the right off telling somebody about themselves? Like, when do we come into that point? Like, of course, we recognize certain things. Again, the high sensory, not allowing that stuff to us. Like, I see, like, here, okay, it's a whip. It might not be necessarily a good example, but here's someone who's strong, someone who's able to be powerful or be in their own self-empowerment, and they have this light, and they're like a source, and it's like everyone just feeds off of them, like feeds off their light. And a lot of times people will go, it's like, I'm going to fight into my demon, but not realizing that there's several demons out there that we have to fight continuously every day, just to even find balance in between the highs and the lows. Okay, because sometimes it's like that step again, like that leap of faith. You could be stepping one foot, like, okay, here's the temptation, but crossing that line. And again, this could also be someone who's been setting up boundaries, but now they're probably getting a little bit more serious about those boundaries. Okay, not to be taken lightly. This was soulmate energy. So, you guys, I might have to turn. Okay, good. So the lights just went out here in the house, but we still have cards. We don't have any electricity right now, so that means we have no internet. Okay. But I can record. Oh, the lights just came back on. Oh, and they went back off. Okay, so you got twos, and we again. All right, so 222 is a wake-up call, especially if you're talking about a soulmate and a person that you love. We were just talking about that initially, and not allowing the things that's going on around you to affect your mood. But again, like, where is that line drawn, and who is allowed to cross it? Because of course your family is gonna get on your nerves, because your family already knows your buttons, and I don't even know who put a button there, but they'll push it. But yeah, so bringing the spirituality into things. Again, I think this is someone this is about human consciousness, like feeling things for everyone else, like whipping themselves into shape, like it might be hard for them to be wrong, but again, like humans, well, make changes, and they'll, like if they find a mistake, they'll try to fix their failures, even though there are things in life that make us feel like, we're constantly being tested. But again, this is not a test. This is real life. I'm gonna go with the dreams of Gaia because it looks like somebody's gonna be getting some good sleep tonight. Calling on their angels. They've been reaching their higher levels of ascension with love and okay, taking responsibility for their life. Alright, so this card came in reverse, but again, it looks like, okay, there was a tower moment here. When I see the 2 ones, it makes me also think of tower moments. Some truth and revelation about something that maybe felt mysterious to someone. But just kind of remember that the rough times are behind you now, okay? There are things to look forward to in the future. Again, it's about that rebirth. See, you like here with this tree again, remembering perception, finding a balance. As tall as that tree is, that's is as deep as the roots are. And if we could really see through the dirt, like what would you see? Would you find true beauty there? Something that to you looked like a tree. Again, that's just a word for the tree. But you don't have to say tree for people to know that that's a tree. So again, those calls of judgment and what time to speak to, thinking before you speak. When the arrow's pointing down, you could be dealing with the water sign. So again, these are things that are going on for autumn. We're going into autumn again, those changes this season. And, you could be dealing with the Cancer, a Scorpio or a Pisces as well. I did see like a couple of fish here in this photo here. But it's maybe somebody, that likes to fish. I don't know. See, as soon as I said that, here's some more water energy again, you guys. I just got my daughter this thing like the whale tail. Like the whale tail sticking out of the water. You can't really see what's underneath the water, and like how do you know what a person is actually doing to themselves or really doing to themselves mentally as well, to considering other people's feelings. That's always important. What's going on beneath their skin, just mentally. Like a person could have my whole body, but to take a walk in my mind, like it could you probably could easily get lost up in there or be wanting to come out quick or something. But again, like definitely maybe some Cancer energy here. Someone who's been in their shell quite some time. I feel like when I hear the thunder and lightning, it's like right on. This most definitely could be dealing with something, but the twos too, it could be your energy or the couple's energy, or your partner's energy. Again, some Aquarius energy here. Air energy, and as far as the, but again, here's the Queen of Earth. So remembering to find healing from nature, going out into the woods, taking a stroll out in the park, those things that kind of seem imaginative, but, they're being built all the time. So, pretty soon you might be able to enjoy those, community gardens and things like that once harvest is already done, because again, we're going into those fall months. There should be some cooler temperatures, wintertime. Maybe getting some house plants, so we don't fall into those, when it seems to get colder outside or hotter outside, we kind of like bunker inside the house, like try to shelter ourselves, from the elements and things like that. But we don't want to get into those low vibes of feelings of anxiety or depression. So I think this is like a reminder, life flow and life abundance and, those things like that. But the scribe, like remembering what we do today, is something that we'll wear tomorrow. But someone who's, again, okay, this could be someone who's very strong minded, strong headed about their beliefs, their morals, their codes. They could also be really in tune with maybe the Akashic records. Astrology, I do see like a lot of stars. As someone who has like a deep soul, like, okay, not necessarily dark, but like a very deep soul. Someone who's probably dealt with like, I want to say, okay, someone who has their feathers, like almost like a chief or a medicine man, someone who, okay, instead of the paint on their face, but they wear their scars proudly. Like they're probably been through a lot, but you wouldn't actually be able to see those changes that have happened in their lives. Um, because again, they're probably, have their heart well guarded. But yeah, the scribe, and it also has that arrow pointing up with this slash mark through it. So that's definitely, most definitely air energy again. We had spoke about that a few times with the air element in this Gemini, Libra, and Aquarius. I find that to be a very beautiful card because, like, amongst the thorns, the horns, and everything else, you still have your angel with you. Okay, they're not giving up on you, like a guardian, spirit guide. Definitely, like, again with the Ascended Masters numbers, and try to continuously say their name, like, all day long. Whoever you turn to, like, and then again the sensual. So again, that to me, when I look at this, is like just a reminder of your divine masculine and your divine feminine coming into union. Okay, if you can't run with the big dogs, sit your ass on the porch. And that's how I feel like this. Again, remember the two sides of a person. Uh, don't go into backsliding. Remember to move forward. Nobody knows what's going to happen in the future. We don't control that part of our realm quite yet. But again, those things in the past we cannot change, but we can change our present. We can not allow certain things of other people's aspects, their qualities, really bring ourselves down, but like being ourselves, who we were made to be. We're human, we're capable of carrying so many things with us. And then you guys look at her earrings. She has the keys again. So this is not someone who carries around like one key. This is someone who's very business oriented, has multiple keys, not just key to the car, key to the house. She probably has a key to a safe, a key to her heart. And, not just anybody is just going to get that key, not any dog. You know, um, this person has to be like a very loyal person. The ant, the ant is always around. You find it in king's palaces. Again, somebody, this could also, to me, it reminds me of like a Capricorn, an Aries maybe. Um, but then again, you have earth energy here. So yeah, you could be dealing with a Capricorn, a Virgo, a Taurus, but sensual. I think that's pretty. Again, remembering those divine masculine and the divine feminine coming into union again. Like sometimes, like when you have a tree, like there's like parts of it that, will take away from the growth of the tree. So therefore, you have to kind of like cut it back, even though you don't want to. You don't want to break a stick. You don't want to do any of those things. But in order to take care of that plant, it's a certain process that you have to go through. But giving you strength, I think that's why the fire element is here, the King of Fire. I think that's just like offering you some strength, some spiritual strength, and then remembering again the child innocence in the situation and things. That what you love, that's why you protect that what you love. Again, being a protector, calling on your guardian angels, the hummingbird, that you think about how fast those wings go. Just think about how fast your heart beats, for those that you love. And even though, that bird's going so fast, you get a moment to take a moment to look at it, and it's there. It's like in the air. And just because you can't see it sometimes doesn't mean it's not there. And especially like love, sometimes it's so intense. We might again keep that which is sacred kind of hidden, because we don't want others to know the good thing we have, because not because we don't want them to be enlightened on the situation, but just again keeping that what's sacred kind of hidden. But remember, secrets do ruin families. um They ruin relationships. They can cause you to get fired at work. Um, I think that's a reminder, like, again, that thinking about the fox in the situation, the fox is going to do what it has to do to survive. And sometimes it doesn't care what fence it breaks down, or if it's, even worried about, you know, how pissed off the landlord's going to be because there's another hole in the ground, or just something stupid. You guys, I didn't even have a chance to shuffle those cards, so let me just wait on the Rider Waite deck. I think what I'm going to do, I'm going to call on Merkaba for healing. There's no time on healing, but a few cards did come out, and I just want to get the messages from there, and then I'll pull an oracle. But 3, you have the number 3, the tree, good health, near flowers, fulfillment of highest hopes. So you guys, there again, the tree, the sun is shining, it's coming out brightly. It was next to the Rider card, so again, taking some of that low, like, things that duality, there's the polarities and things, I should say. But